Okay, usually I pretty much progress the story, but, something happened, and, my usual save file, all the videos I had that were not uploaded got corrupted, so I lost like 4 episodes, which is heartbreaking. So it's been like a few weeks since I uploaded the latest episode on this, so this episode, luckily the episodes I had are easy to remember, so I knew what exactly what I was doing between those 4 episodes. And this is what this video is about. This is pretty much helping you what I was doing between those 4 episodes. So pretty much, I can pretty much cover all the major points, what I was doing on those episodes. So I can do this. Right now, right now, this isn't my modded save file. This is my old save file, so I thought doing it here so we have no interruptions. But I could try to give you a little recap what I was doing. So starting with episode 19, I think. Yeah, episode 19. Okay, here we go. So episode 19 takes right after 18. Me and the team are just like traveling through the castle to get to the garden that Valerica had. Regressing forward, Dee and Lydia had stayed behind so they cannot raise any more suspicion. Arriving to the garden, Azrael and Serana found a sundial, but Valerica had an architect to redesign it as a moon dial because vampires. So me and Serana looked around for any moon dials that were missing. While put back to the original place, they actually managed to find a secret passage. They went for the secret passage, and they found a hidden laboratory made by Valerica, where she did her alchemy and tried to increase her necromancy. Finding notes, she actually found a way to enter a realm called the Soul Cairn, where all the souls have been used from soul gems go. While reactivating the blower, she had the ingredients to get the portal open, but the only thing they needed was the blood of Valerica. Serana managed to do it easily since she's the daughter. When Azrael tried to enter the Soul Cairn, he realized that the gateway to the Soul Cairn needed a toll, had to be paid. So for this, Azrael was given 2 options in order to actually get into the Cairn. Either be partially soul trapped or become a vampire. Azrael has taken the second option of becoming what he was sought to destroy. He has became a vampire. While entering the Soul Cairn, they met like a couple individuals trapped in here. Helping out some of these poor souls, like helping one of these 4 souls finding a horse and finding pages for a book, and managed to find Valerica trapped within the force field made by the Ideal Masters. So, Azrael and Serana ran around destroying the Ideal Masters, destroying the force field they have created. Realizing Azrael has sensed a dragon here. And so they went inside the castle where Valerica has locked away the Elder Scroll. Upon entering, They finally went face to face with the dragon, pretty much the keeper of the whole Cairn. So they managed to fight him off, but they didn't kill him. They only, Valerica saying they might have just destroyed his physical form, and it might take time to him to regenerate. With this information, they actually recovered the Elder Scroll. Now Azrael and Serana had 2 of the Elder Scrolls needed. Right. So they finished unfinished business in the Soul Cairn, and managed to make their way out. Of Soul Cairn. Running into the dragon they fought, with the dragon calling him Vanquisher, or Kornarin in Dragon Tongue. While leaving the Soul Cairn, now they needed to find the 3rd Elder Scroll. Serana suggested that the College of Winterhold should have the information to find the 3rd one. So, him and Serana decided to split up to find any information, while Serana looks around Tamriel for any whereabouts, while Azrael works his way to get inside the college. He decided to put the search on hold, since the original base of operations, which is Breezeholm, where I'm at, is a little cramped, I guess you could say. So regrouping with Lydia and Dee, they decided to build a bigger base of operations. Azrael sent Dee out to get some wood for the land. While Lydia went to the Pale to buy a piece of property with the gold that Azrael has given. Well, Azrael takes a slight detour. He started hearing rumors about a dark child of the Jarl Bargrov's children. He tried to talk to the boy, and all he said was he knows about the war because the Whispering Lady has told him. Curious of who the Whispering Lady is, he managed to find an old decayed door that was locked. Listening inside, the Whispering Lady was actually the Daedric Lord Mathala. And she said she needed to be released from that room. But the only people who had the key to the door was Balgraf and Farengar. He knew Jarl Bargrov was going to be easy to sneak up on, so he decided to use Farengar when the time was right. Using his skills that he got from the Thieves, using the abilities he had from the Thieves Guild, he managed to pick the key to the door. Well, upon opening the door, he managed to find a blade, known as the Impany Blade. While wielding it, he wielded the power in his hand. The blade was sharp, but Mathala said that the power of the blade has not reached its max potential, and has been lost for a while, and the only way to charge it is to sacrifice 10 souls. For some reason, Azrael had a better option. If he needs 10 souls to kill, that who trust him, what if he just used 1 soul and a resurrection spell? Which was possible because during his travels, he realized there was a ritual stone in Whiterun. Using the power of the ritual stone, he picked the one unlucky person he did not like a lot. So he remembered about a love triangle happening in Riverwood. So choosing between the two, he chose the elf. And so decided to take a little quiet spot in the area. So he repeated his progress about 9 days and 9 nights. Upon the 10th kill, the sword has reached its maximum potential. Now Azrael was the wielder of the blade. Upon arriving the esteemed location of the new base operations, Lydia came through with the property, and Dee managed to find logs for the home. So now they had a task of building up the house, which they all split it up to gather resources. Lydia would go to the marketplace to find any suitable materials they needed for the foundation, while Azrael stayed in the area to gather some materials that were around. While Dee gathers the miscellaneous items that needed to decorate the home. While Azrael was about to started to gather materials for the property, he realized he could hire a steward. So he thought of really clearly what kind of steward he wanted. So he had a little flashback of one of the traveling companions that he had when he traveled the 7,000 steps. So, going back to Whiterun, he managed to ask her if he was willing to be a steward of a new home. Because two reasons. One, it's not far away from Whiterun, and two, that way she can actually protect the house while we're away. So, the team has gathered together with all the resources they had, and they worked all day and all night with building the base of operations. Realizing that Azrael could build additional wings to the house, so he decided to build a kitchen, an extra bedroom, and an alchemy tower. While downstairs, while in the basement where the cellar is, he realized there's some safes. So he realized that the danger artifacts were too powerful for anyone who was weak enough to use them. So he decided to use all the unused danger artifacts he doesn't use into a safe, so that way they do not be used. But he made sure the Infinity Blade was kept on him at all times. While pretty much finishing up the property, she asked the steward to buy additional stuff, like a carriage, a stables, all that stuff. And so, while Dee and Lydia was thankful to be the companions of the Shadow Protector, they decided to put their efforts together to build a new type of armor for them, since the armor they currently had had to be destroyed in the process, since they were too powerful to wear. So, Dee and Lydia agreed that the armor was too powerful and decided to work on a new type of armor set, pretty much keeping to the additional armor sets they had. For Lydia, she stuck to the ebony armor set that she had, but this time only in its original state. Same for Dee with the Daedric armor set. But for Azrael, they decided to put their efforts together to build one strong armor set, the Dragonplate armor. And also building additional armor sets for future companions. Azrael was surprised that they put their efforts together because and all that. Now that the base of operation was finished, he decided to focus his sights on the College of Winterhold. So traveling to the college, along the way, Serana has given before they split it up, Serana has given Serana Azrael a spell book. A spellbook that holds all potential spells. All of his potential spells and enchantments. Reading these alone while riding the carriage to Winterhold, he started learning every single spell that he had it. Using this newfound knowledge, he actually learned how to use superior magic. But he doesn't know how to wield it properly. So heading to the college will help him get a better knowledge how to use the arcane magic. So basically, 2 birds with 1 stone. Upon entering the college, he was tested to how to gain entry to the college. While using one of the spells that he had learned from Serana, he managed to make a spell. So for this, he became an apprentice to the college. Managed to jump in a class in session where they just started. They were trying to. Their first test was practicing ward spells. Azrael, being the volunteer, managed to conquer a spell that he could use. And now asking us to have to practice ward spells, but Azrael will probably not do that. Reasons. So they decided to do an expedition class on the ruins of Saarthal, where they arrived and tried to figure out what was inside, looking for all types of enchantments. Azrael was tasked to recover any enchanted artifacts, finding some rings and a necklace on the wall. Upon removing it, he found himself locked in. Upon wearing it, he realized that the wall was connected to the amulet. By using the spells that he learned, he managed to open a passageway. Upon entering a small room, he felt the area around him was frozen. Upon investigation, he was met by a mage, a member of the Sijic Order, warning him about the danger that lied ahead. After his warning, he managed to finish an unfreezing time. Telling the teacher of everything he just saw, warning him about the dangers ahead. Upon traversing through, they managed to take down Draugr after his new skills. And he realized the empty blade had that potential to take in light. So he made sure to use it sparingly. The teacher stayed behind to look at the artifact, to look at the architecture. While Azrael has traveled ahead, to traversing through the ruins of Saarthal to find what was hidden inside. And that is all 4 episodes pretty much covered for all major points. So, looking at the timer now, I pretty much did like a 20-minute recap. About a 20-minute recap between episode 19 to episode 19 to 22. So, I hope this episode was somewhat helpful. So, as soon as I'm going to publish this video right away as soon as I'm done. And make sure, just to be cautioned, I'm going to make sure I upload every video daily once I'm finished. Just to make sure I don't lose it. So basically, right now, I left my character just standing just halfway in Saarthal right now. This character is just pretty much a separate character. As you can see, this one's like, yeah, my original character. Like, this is the first character I made. And most of the quests in here are pretty much finished. Like, all major quests and stuff. Like, look at that. It's a whole lot. So, I hope this recap helped. So next up is gonna be. So right now I'll be trying to be working on episode 23. I think. Yeah, I'm about to get my numbers mixed around. So yeah, I hope this was useful, and I'll see you guys when I start episode 23. All right. All right. Better put my character back where he was. So. And yeah. Alright. I'll see you back to my modded series.